Hey there, this is Katherine Cartwright. Welcome to the ScrapbookPal channel. Be sure to subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber. I'm sharing some products from Honeybee Stamps. The stamp set is called Make a Wish, and then it coordinates with this A2 sized cake slice die. How much fun is this? You're going to be able to make a cake slice with this that you can put in the mail. Now, this stamp set has all the different layers that you would want to layer onto your cake piece. I'm going to show you that, and then I'm going to show you some other ideas at the end, so be sure and stick around. I have cut my piece of cake from some white cardstock, and then I'm just going to, you can see it leaves a little bit of a score line or an impression, you would call it, where you know where to stamp. Or there's that little die right here that allows you to cut out paper layers, so you could put layers on there as well. And again, stick around to the end and I'll show you some ideas for that. All right, so I'm going to begin by doing my stamping. So I'm going to fold that cake slice in half, and look how cute that is. I'm going to put this in my stamp positioner just to make it easy. And then I will go about adding my layers. I'm just going to begin at the bottom. You can layer this up however you want. You can add them on top of each other in different colors, completely up to you. So totally customizable for whoever you want to send a piece of cake to in the mail. So it's a little hard to see on camera, but with those impressions though, you can figure out exactly where to place your cake slice layers. So I'm going to begin with this bottom one. I'm going to be using Katherine Puller inks. On this one, I've got them listed in the descriptions, which one I used for each layer. And then I will move on to the next one. So I've sped this up just a little bit so you can see this, but not spend too much time on it. It's really pretty easy. And I love the reveal of watching the cake slices come in here. And then just look how fun that is. You can pick any color you want. I'm going to show you an embossed layer as well a little bit later. And then I've got my top layer here. So there are 5 layers of the cake, and then there is a stamp for the top of the cake that will be for your icing if you wish. And I'm going to use a light blue on this one. And again, using that stamp positioner to help me keep things straight and together. And if I mess up, I can always go back and add another layer. So I'm using this light blue here. It's a Boy is the name of that ink. And then that quickly, I have this beautiful 1-layer cake slice to send through the mail. Now, I wanted to add the happy birthday. There is a happy birthday to you included in that stamp set, the Make a Wish, but the to you doesn't fit. It's just a little bit too long, and so I decided to mask off that part so I can use just the happy birthday. So I've got a piece of pixie tape that I have used to cover that end up, and then I will ink this and peel this tape back. I did get a tiny little smudge on the bottom, so I'm just going to take my little cleaning cloth here with this a little damp with water and just make sure that I did not get that on there. And now I'm ready to stamp my happy birthday. And look at that beautiful color. Great way to finish off this card. I'm going to add a little bit more to it. Then I'm going to show you some of the dies that are included, the extra dies. There is one that cuts some of the frosting. You can see I've cut them out in color. And there's some embossing on them as well, on the candle and on the frosting, so to speak, the icing. But what I'm going to do here, the way I like to stamp these little tiny images, I've got a piece of Sizzix sticky grid paper in my stamp positioner. I know there's a Misty Matte as well available now that allows you to stick things down like this. So I have cut out my images, and then I'm just going to use that as my template. So I can keep refilling this with different die cuts. And if it peels up like that candle, just stick it right back down. And then my stamps, when I've got them placed where I want them to be, I know that they're going to stamp exactly where I want them to go. So I'm just using this beautiful blue here. I'm going to give that a second little tap of color at the bottom where I missed a little bit, and that will dry beautifully. And then I'm going to work on stamping my frosting. And again, it's a little hard to see. You'll be able to see a little bit clearer once I stamp. There are these little kind of ridges that are embossed into the frosting. So you can stamp a solid color onto it, or you can do just the little lines that are in there to add a little bit of movement and interest to your frosting. All right, so let me stamp those on there, and now you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about. And so it just changes the look completely. So you could have that solid image, or you can have the one that has just a little bit of detail on it. So quick and easy. And you can just keep stamping these over and over again once you've gotten your stamp placed where you want it to be. And then this one is the solid one, and you can still see, it's a little hard on camera, but you can still see the little lines through it too. And then there is a stamp for the top of the candle, but there also is included a little tiny die for it. So I'm going to die cut that out and add that to the top. And you can see it's a little bit small, so I'm just going to use a little bit of glue here on the end in the center just so it doesn't smush out everywhere. And then I'm going to use my fingernails here. I have a sticky tool somewhere, but it comes and goes. So I just use my fingernails and then my little pokey tool as well to position that where I want it to be. So there we go on that beautiful candle. So I'm just deciding where I'm going to put my layers of frosting. I'm going to need to create some extra ones. So I'll make a couple more of those off camera. But I love the way that that has turned out. So here's the extra frosting, and then I'm going to glue those down there, and then I'll put my candle on as well. So doesn't that look just like a real piece of cake? How sweet. I mean, who wouldn't love to get this in the mail? I just think it's a great idea. So I'm going to start by gluing that back there, making sure my glue's not running all over the place. And then I will add these other 2 pieces there, because 3 fit in there just beautifully. And I've got that last one. Add a little bit of extra glue to make sure it is secure. And you could leave that just like that, or I'm going to go ahead and add my candle right in the middle. So you could add as many candles or as little candles as you wish. I'm going to take just a little bit of glue here and lay this onto my cake slice. Super cute. So just like that, you've got a beautiful piece of cake to send to a friend. I'm going to add a little bit of stickles here. I always love a little bit of glitter glue. This is Stardust. And once that dries, I've got to definitely do the little flame as well. Add that little bit of sparkle. It is such a beautiful color. One of my favorites. And there you have a piece of cake, and it stands up too, that you can send to a friend through the mail. So lots and lots of fun to be had with this. All right, I wanted to show you, this is one I did, a piece of chocolate cake with some gold elements. I used the layer die that I showed you. I cut those out from different cardstock, stamped them, and then have added them. I also embossed some of the chocolate pieces. And then I've got this birthday wishes stamp set that coordinates with it that I used as well. I just wanted to show you this was an option available as well. And I have stamped and die cut the birthday, and then I'm going to do happy on top of it. So I just wanted to show you that's another great set that works beautifully with the cake. And then there, I love that this die cuts out so close to the edges. And this I'm going to put inside. There's some different sentiments included, as you can see on the left. You know, today, if your heart is light and happy, this is no ordinary day. This is your day. Just some sweet sentiments in there. And to finish off that cake. And who doesn't want a piece of gold embossed cake in the mail? Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but anyway, I just thought that was super fun. So there's that slice. It's all dry now. The glitter is dry. And then that piece of chocolate cake. So again, lots of possibilities. I did do this one in a tone-on-tone. I used some Pinkfresh ink for this, the green, one of the green palettes. And I decided to create that one and add some birthday wishes. And then I just wanted to show you this one also using some of those stamps. There is a beautiful kind of fireworks stamp that I thought would make a great background stamp. So I used that and the candles to create this beautiful card as well. So you can do more than just the cake slices to celebrate the birthday. I could see this for 4th of July too with those sparklers. So just by changing the colors. But I hope you enjoyed this set. It is so much fun. Everything's linked in the description. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks so much and have a great day.